Hey! Thanks for coming. Oh, no. Everything's fine. Sorry if my text sounded urgent. I didn't mean to make it sound like it was some sort of emergency. My bad. I really hope you weren't rushing too hard to get out here. Oh, you were nearby? Okay, good. I'd hate to be a bother to you or anything like that. Oh, right. The reason why I called you out here. Well, I kinda had something I wanted to say. Why, here? So you noticed. I know it's a little bit out of the way, but this park always reminded me of those nights we'd hang out on the swings. You know, back when life was a little more simple. When school was the only thing that brought us stress or worry. Nowadays, though, things are... well, they're a lot more complicated. You know, with work and life. Just existing is tough, you know? Anyway, I was driving close by the other day. And just by chance, I remembered this place. And it brought so many memories back to me. And I instantly thought of you. Yeah. I mean, you were always there for me. Back when I needed someone I could trust to talk to. When I needed to get out of my head or have my heart checked when things were too tough. Be it drama at school, parents, or just stupid shit. But I do remember one particular night. It's actually burned into my brain. Almost like watching back a faded VHS tape or something. Some of the details have washed out over time. But the main parts are still there. Easy for me to mull over. In fact, now that I think about it, that memory, well, it looked a lot like tonight. You were sitting on that very swing where you're at now. And I was here. And I remember you were talking to me about something that had happened with a friend of yours. And how they had just landed a job at a state and it was making you wonder what that must feel like. To get up and leave everything behind. And in that memory, while you were saying that, I remember you looked out to the horizon, to the sunset out in the distance. And I could tell you were thinking about that very idea, about leaving everything behind. And I think I have that memory, that snapshot of that event, just stuck in my head. Because in that very moment, I was struck with fear in a way that I had never experienced before. My heart sank, just thinking that maybe, just maybe, you'd leave too. And then I wouldn't have you around anymore to spend time with. And sure, everyone grows up and does their own thing eventually. But the thing is, you see, I sorta, kinda, always had a bit of a crush on you. So the thought of, like, one of my best friends just packing up, taking off, and leaving me behind, it just really shook me. I know. Surprise. How cliche, right? Your childhood friend had a crush on you this whole time. But seriously. So there I was, the other day thinking about that time. And it made me think on how special you are. And not just to me, but really just as the woman that you've grown up to be. You're hardworking, responsible, super smart. And any time we've talked, you've always made me smile and laugh too. I just can't ever get over how great you are. So with a bit of hindsight, I'm now more relieved that you didn't move in the end. But even though you didn't take off, well, life just sort of happened. We got busy, and we really haven't been able to spend time like that anymore. Now, I'm sorry. I don't mean to just rattle on and on about stuff from the past. But to bring it back to today, I hope this doesn't truly sound like it's coming out of nowhere. But would you maybe want to go out sometime? With me? Yeah, I know. This wasn't exactly what you had expected when I called you out here. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I should have worded things better in my text, especially coming out of the blue like that. But I think now, you can see that my head's been a bit in the blender lately. And I guess you can throw my heart in there too. The thing is, you were always there for me back then. And now, I would love to pick up where things left off. 'Cause I would love to be there for you now. If you let me, that is. So, what do you say? Really? You sure? I'm so happy to hear that. I was actually preparing myself just in case that this didn't go as I'd hoped for. But thank you for giving me a chance, for listening to me, and for coming down here on such short notice. Huh? You live nearby? Really? I thought you lived on the other side of town. This place has also meant a lot to you too? Well then, that makes two of us. And hey, since we're out here, would you mind doing me a favor? Well, could you look out in that direction? Yeah, just like that. It's just, I wanted to make a new memory. One where I remember every single detail. And that hopefully won't fade this time around.